Hey guys, how's it going? We're at Capital Audio Fest 2023. I know I haven't been doing much coverage because Black Ice Audio trapped me in the hallway all yesterday. Sean Casey had to put up with me for about 3 hours. And I did get a 5-minute clip with him, which I'll upload later. But more importantly, Percy Chase here just started a new speaker company called Praiseworthy. You get it? You know, the speakers are worth the praise and, you know, it's worthy. Kind of like you're going to church, you know.
Yes.
So now I came in here on Thursday morning after Black Ice got their stuff set up, and his son Ty and himself, it's their first show. We actually met down at the U-Haul with Jamie and Jared from Black Ice, and people were fucking us over left, right, and center at the freight elevator, and that's when the conversation started. And then when we asked them, what room are you guys in? And 701. Oh, cool, we're in 704 and 705.
Yeah.
So once I got done helping them out, then I kind of got these guys up and running with the audio. And
Thank you very much.
no problem, brother. Like I said, at these audio shows, you know, when you're a new company, you got to help each other out. I did the same thing last year with Orchard Audio.
Yeah, if it wasn't for you, I'd pack everything up and go the hell home.
Yeah, but dude, you know,
So
you know how much
appreciate
you
it, yeah.
boosted my fucking ego on Thursday?
How much?
I was like this, you know. I'm like, look what I did. I got
Yeah.
his fucking audio working.
really
I'm the
did.
fucking hero.
Well, you
that
are.
bullshit.
You are.
No. But
I like
but the thing is, the most important thing is, even without the I'm gonna let Percy talk about the speakers. So now's the interview part.
Okay.
So what made you want to start a speaker company?
Yeah, Joe, it's been my dream, believe it or not, for probably, I would say about 30 years.
Nice.
Going back to high school,
Yeah.
there's something about speakers. Well, number one, I've always been a music lover.
Yeah.
And back in high school days, me and my two older brothers, we were somewhat audiophiles back then, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't make a whole lot of money, but whatever money we did make, you know, we kind of went and bought decent audio equipment, you know,
Give me some names. Give
relatively
me some exact,
speaking,
yeah, go
you
ahead.
know, for the money that we were making
Yeah.
back in those days. I think I bought the Infinity, was it the QAs? It had the 8-inch woofer and it had the Emmett tweeter in it.
Right, and what they called the mid-bass coupler, they had the little, or it was,
No,
it's just
it was only
it
two-way.
was a two-way. Okay,
That
sorry.
was their lowest price
Okay.
model at the
Yeah,
time. It had the 8-inch woofer.
And the
I think it
Emmett-
was probably propylene woofer.
Yeah, it always
and
is a
Emmett T.
poly woofer.
That's when Infinity came out with their big mammoth quantum line source, I think it was called.
Right.
Back in those days.
Yeah, in the 70s, yeah.
And I had I think a 30 watt per channel Pioneer integrated amp.
Oh, that's the Pioneer that everybody had to have.
It was a 30
Paul McGowan,
watter.
yeah, Paul McGowan talks about it too.
That was my system.
Yeah,
You know, I had it in my bedroom.
yeah.
And from there, you know, my brothers had their gear. I don't remember exactly what they had. My brother had the Infinity POS,
Okay.
POS,
Okay.
which stood for piece of shit.
Yeah,
anyway,
I've had a few of those too, man.
So I always, you know, liked
Yeah.
speakers.
Yeah.
So I would, every time, you know, they were, back then, the magazines were monthly.
Yep.
Think
yeah.
Hi-Fi and Audio.
Yeah.
I would get those magazines
Yep.
every month and
Me too.
read all the reviews
Yeah.
on the speakers
Yeah.
because I wasn't that, you know, well versed in
Yeah. Yeah.
other electronics. But speakers, they were physical where I could kind of comprehend
Yeah.
what the reviewer was saying
Yeah.
about the speaker. So over the years, I did learn about, you know, different speaker designs, what makes a good speaker,
Yeah.
why the reviewer thought the speaker was, you know, good or bad or whatever. And I kind of built my knowledge up over the years just by
Yeah.
reading. And then I did research on my own,
Yeah.
just learning about acoustics and audio in general. Okay, so yeah, I had knowledge and interest in speakers from my high school days.
Yeah.
I also was learning about woodworking.
Yeah.
You know, wood shop in high school was one
Yeah.
of my favorite subjects. Got
Yeah.
flunked the fuck out of everything. I really enjoyed that. That was something, and I built stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the other
yeah.
guys, you know, they're in there taking the damn wood and playing foot hockey. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I was the only one in there really trying to build something.
Yeah.
I also took drafting in high school.
Yeah.
That was something that I enjoyed and I was good at.
Yeah.
So I like to think, you know, the Lord blessed me
Yeah.
with a few talents.
Yeah.
That's perfect for what I've built.
Well, I told you when I came in
I
here.
just had the talent and the knack for I like speaker building because
Yeah.
it's a blend of science and art.
Yeah.
And you know, I like to feel like the Lord blessed me with
Nice.
aptitude
Nice.
to do those two, you know, to have those skills.
Yeah.
So I did build a pair of speakers in wood shop in high school.
Yeah.
I took some old drivers out of my mom had an old, you know, the old, what do you call? It was a Magnum, a big.
Oh, console. Stereo
yeah.
console. Yeah.
It had
Yeah. I know my.
It was a really nice unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But eventually my mom wanted to get rid of it because she, you know,
It's a
now
pain
it's modern. Nobody
Yeah.
has that, so
Yeah.
she wanted to throw it. I said, Mom, don't throw that out. You know, let me get the drivers out of it. I took those drivers and made my first speaker
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I didn't have the volume right.
Yeah.
So it was a little boom.
Yeah.
So then
Take your time.
I built the idea of how this,
Here, show off that one because that's
the
kind of
back
out
of
of
this
frame.
speaker
Yeah.
has got the 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
That idea came from when I built the speaker.
Yeah.
This speaker was massive, man. It was an isobark.
Yeah. Iceberg. Yeah. Yeah.
And the back of the cabinet went straight up, but I had inside baffle
Yeah.
in the,
Transmission line? No.
well, no.
No.
I just filled the two baffles in the back.
Yeah.
I filled all of that with sand.
Yeah.
And my brother said, man, these speakers, we were trying to take them to my room from my basement up to my bedroom. Now I'm
Yeah.
living in Trenton.
Yeah.
My brother's going to Trenton State College.
Yeah.
And I'm going to a community. Anyway,
Yeah, I went to
we're going
community
up
college.
to the
I went to
back.
community college
He
too.
said, man, these speakers are too heavy. You shouldn't have put that shit in the back.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. So then I thought, I'm like, yeah, I could have eliminated the flat back. So that's how that kind of got that
So
idea.
you got this idea back when you were in high school?
Well,
Yeah.
like I said, that part of the back of the cabinet
Yeah.
came when my college days.
Yeah.
When
That's
I built
fair.
the second pair of
Yeah.
speakers
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it's nice because it's all non-parallel walls, which is what you want.
every wall is non-parallel
Yep.
in the back of the cabinet.
Yeah.
So I'll briefly finish, you know, that speaker that I built with the sand in the back and the really heavy, that was a very good sounding speaker.
Yeah.
It was a ported design. It had a slot port in the back. It was an isobark, 2 8-inch drivers.
Yeah.
Then it had a little tweeter up top. It sounded really good. I really enjoyed that speaker.
Yeah.
So like I said, I've been a fan of isobaric designs. And so going back to this speaker,
Yeah.
I built a speaker, I'm going to say, it's got to be probably 30 years ago.
Mhm.
Very similar to this one.
Yeah.
It was a stand mount speaker.
Okay.
It had the same egg crate,
Yeah.
internal core,
Yeah.
and the whole, you know, it was very similar.
Yeah.
It didn't have those non-parallel walls, but it did have the
V shape. Yeah.
V shape with the,
Yeah.
I still have some pictures of that speaker, but, you know.
Yeah.
So my dream to start a loudspeaker company goes way back 30 years ago when I built that speaker. I only built one. That was kind of like a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have the resources that I have now.
Y-
So that dream, vision, you know, to do that
Yeah.
never left. In the meantime, I had jobs at refinery. I worked at DuPont. I worked,
Wow.
DuPont experimental station.
So you know your materials.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I yeah, I'm a little bit of material stuff I know.
Yeah.
I'm not a genius or anything. But yeah, I'm a little
Yeah.
tired. You have to forgive me.
No, no.
So going
We're
to
all
this
tired.
build, I
It's
started
Sunday
this
morning.
build.
Yeah, sorry.
I started designing and drawing out this build in 2017, April of 2017.
Yeah.
It's tons of drawings, trying to figure out the slope and all the angles and
Yeah.
stuff. And so the speaker features the internal egg crate. The whole internal volume is egg crate.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of stagger them. You can't line them up because
Yeah.
it'll just be. So it's all open, free air,
Yeah.
but it's egg crate. So I'm like, how are you going to cut it? After you stack it up,
Yeah.
stack up
Yeah.
enough you need for your volume, then you got to cut it to the exact shape of the inside of the enclosure.
Yeah.
Well, I had to build a jig,
Yeah.
a hot wire jig,
Yeah.
where it's basically just a table with a crank that'll
Yeah.
go back and forth.
So there's no
and
CNC.
pass through this hot wire.
Yeah. So there's no CNC machining. This is all done by hand.
Yeah, no. It
You-
shows
you
the
know,
machine
so you
that
know
I
what?
built
What I'm
first.
gonna do is, if I can get a copy of that.
CNC.
Y-
Who's got money? I mean, you forgot ours. So after I
Yep.
built it, I cut it to shape with the hot wire
Yeah.
rigged machine that I
Yeah.
made. And now, okay, so I got this egg crate. So then I wrapped the whole perimeter outside, all the walls.
Yeah.
I wrapped that with thin, I think it's 6 mil polystyrene,
Wow.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That was chemically glued. It's kind of welded
Mm-hmm.
because all the adhesive does is melt and
Yeah.
soften it, and then when it dry, it's like a weld,
Yeah.
a plastic weld. I said, okay, I need a constrained damping layer now. So outside of that, constrained damping layer on all the horizontal surfaces. Now for the wall, I got 1 inch thick. I poured
Yeah.
cement material.
Yeah. When you ask me to wrap the sides of that, I'm like,
It's
ouch.
1 inch thick.
Yeah. It.
And then finally after that is the exterior,
Mm,
which I either did in HDF panel
yeah.
for the painted version,
Yeah.
and then for the ones that's wood,
Yeah.
I got the 1/4 inch plywood.
Yeah.
And all the cornering on the wood ones, every corner is like a solid
Yeah.
wood.
Yeah.
but-
I see it. Yeah.
So, and then it's the isobark, the tunnel that forms the isobark
Yeah.
protruding out of the cabinet. That was cast from the same cement secret material.
That's fair. That's fair. So you mentioned because they're isobaric, but both woofer drivers are coupled together, or they're in two.
Well, when you put them in a sealed chamber,
Right.
a sealed tunnel,
Right.
yeah, they're
It's like a push. It's like a push pull,
it's
right?
a push pull.
Yeah,
Because the
right,
magnets are back to back.
And the two woofers are in
Between
phase.
the magnets, there's a brace that kind of
Yeah.
comes up, and so they're really well braced in that
Yep.
sealed tunnel.
Right. Right.
And yeah, the inside woofer fires right into the cabinet.
Yeah. Yeah.
The outside woofer fires
Out.
out to the listening area,
Yeah.
but the tunnel protrudes out of the cabinet.
Mm.
So that's a big advantage to having everything. If the tunnel and everything is inside the enclosure,
Yeah.
the enclosure is almost as big as a single woofer.
Right.
Enclosure.
Right. Right.
One of
right.
the benefits of an isobark system, you only need half the volume
That's right.
that you would normally need to make a single.
Yep.
Because when you couple two of them together,
Your
the
displacement.
suspension, what happens is the suspension doubles.
Mhm.
The suspension between it,
Yeah.
because there's two of them. So if the suspension doubles, you only need half the volume stiffness
Yeah.
to get the Q value you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm put that tunnel outside.
Yeah.
I say, now I can wrap that tunnel with what you see.
Yeah,
there.
on the
I
front,
can wrap that
yeah.
with
So,
all my my round that curve
yeah,
circular spherical
yeah, yeah,
around the drivers.
yeah,
That's very good for eliminating reflections and
yeah,
diffractions and all the
yeah,
baffle interaction.
yeah. It's
Wrap that,
baffle step, and all that.
baffle step,
Yeah,
all of that stuff.
yeah,
And I wrapped it. Well, first I formed it with mineral wool,
mm-hmm.
which is sound absorbent material.
Right.
They use in anechoic chambers.
Yeah, yeah,
That stuff is very sound absorbent over a wide range of frequencies.
yeah,
Make it spherical with this mineral wool. Like, well, the mineral wool is ugly. Well, yeah, okay. So then I wrap that in this fabric,
yeah,
which is acoustically transparent. So
yeah,
basically, the baffles is very non-reflective. So the sound coming from the drivers
yeah.
can just freely radiate and expand in spherical
Mm-hmm.
fashion like sound waves do. They're very delicate.
Yeah,
So anything that they interact with is going to change them.
yeah,
But this baffle, you know, my theory was this stealthy baffle will
yeah,
let them just flow out, and you get a good sound.
yeah. And you don't have that whole head in a vice thing. You don't like if you move your head left to right and all this.
Yeah.
You don't lose the imaging. You don't lose the center.
Yeah. So
And these are actives. It's not active. Sorry. These are you're using mini DSP.
yes,
And
they don't have.
biamping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a DSP crossover, digital
Yeah.
crossover.
Yeah.
So I have built, excuse me,
That's okay.
conventional crossovers on all my
I
other
was gonna
speakers.
ask you. Yeah.
This is am I right? Oh no, the last pair I built prior to this was very similar.
Yeah.
It had a active crossover,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't DSP.
No, yeah.
But, yeah.
You tuned it like they were basically op amp filters and
Yeah,
and you just
it's
tuned it.
the active ones.
Mm-hmm.
They,
No, you're right.
They go before the power amplifier,
And the preamp, yeah.
but it's all analog.
Yep, yep, yep.
You can adjust
Yeah,
the
like-
frequency and the output of the
Yep.
two drivers,
Yep.
but it's an analog
Yep.
filter. This is all digital. The DSP
Yeah.
does it all digitally,
Yeah.
and so what was my point? You made me forget what I
No,
was
no,
going to say.
no,
Jim.
no, because I was asking. So the first set you did was passive, then you went with active,
Yeah.
with fixed points, and then you got smart and went, okay, I'm going to do mini DSP because that way I don't have to calculate anything. I let the software do
right.
the work.
And I can make any changes with a click of a mouse.
Yep.
The
Yep.
output, the frequency response, the roll off,
Yep.
the slope,
Yep.
Bessel, Linkworth, they're great. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
yeah, I
very
know.
versatile as far as setting up your crossover and making it do what you want.
Yep. And they're clean. They're very clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else about the speaker?
So we talked about the isobaric chamber. We talked about you've got the pair that we're showing in the video has
Over
the
my
soft dome
shoulder,
tweeter,
yes.
and then the one that's kind of out of frame, but I've got pictures of. They have the AMT air motion tweeter
Yeah.
in those, and then the one thing with the stands. It looks so cool, and that's why when I came in here on Thursday, they just popped.
Really?
Right, and then the cage for the speaker covers, you
Right.
told me that's all powder coated, and
Yeah.
you did all the welds yourself, and
Yeah.
because you can't see a single seam.
Well, you don't know how much
Yeah, I can
work
imagine.
it took to
Yeah,
because they were MIG welded.
yeah, yeah,
MIG welding is a little easier than TIG welding.
Yeah.
TIG welding gives you a cleaner joints
yeah,
than MIG welding, but it
Yeah.
takes more skill because you need two hands to MIG weld. You need
Yeah.
one hand for the
yeah.
and I'm getting much.
No, you're fine.
So
You're fine.
MIG welding, you can use two hands because all you got to do is point and weld.
Okay.
With TIG welding, you need to have the welder in one hand. You need two hands, in other
Yeah,
words.
yeah.
So I'm going to learn how to TIG weld
Yeah.
in the future, but
Yeah, you MIG welded
I
these.
MIG welded this, and then
Okay.
I had to file all the slack
Yeah,
off
you
at
can't
each
see a
corner, you know
single.
what I mean?
You can't
You
see
look
a
close,
single
it's not
seam.
perfect, but
No,
that was a lot of work.
don't say that on camera. It's perfect. No, just
Oh yeah,
kidding. Just
well,
kidding.
it's
Yeah,
I mean, perfect under a microscope. I meant to say.
yeah, that's fair.
But
That's
then
fair.
I had them powder coated.
Yeah,
I sent them
that's
out.
that was smart.
It's a guy that lived near me. He
Yeah,
did my powder coating.
nice, nice.
So yeah, and that all it is a 1/4 inch mild steel,
Yeah, yeah.
so it doesn't affect the sound
No, no, not at all.
with the grill cover on or
Yeah,
off. And the grill cover itself is just fabric,
yeah.
so
It's acoustically transparent,
so
so
you
you
have
don't.
the option to have them with the grill cloth on or with the
Yeah,
grill cloth off.
yeah.
You can even take the frame off.
Oh, you can. I was gonna
And see,
ask
this
you.
one here doesn't have a frame.
Oh,
Okay, so it's 3 ways you can have it: grill
yeah,
on, grill off.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I think.
so
Yeah, go ahead. Go
this
ahead.
is just another step in
Yeah,
this lifelong dream
yeah,
to actually, have a speaker company up and running.
yeah.
So I kind of need help. I
With
don't.
the website,
Well, yeah,
and
the website. I mean, getting
yeah, pricing
where to
and
go
yeah,
from here. I
yeah,
mean, I'm kind of, don't know the industry,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's one of the reasons why I came to Audio Fest
yeah,
and met great people like you
yeah. Thanks.
to help me try to, keep this thing going
Yeah,
and eventually
and,
get these guys in production so people can have a really nice looking, great sounding speaker
yeah,
that they can enjoy
yeah,
in their homes. So
yeah. And that's the thing.
I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, we're not going to quote any pricing today because I'm going to keep in touch with Percy as the journey continues. So it's not like I'm doing this video to get the views and say see you later and that's it. So, we've got our contact information. As soon as I get more information on pricing, availability, I'm going to let you guys know, and I'll send the word out to some of the YouTubers that I like, and then hopefully somebody other than myself is going to review these and get the word out. But just like everything else, as soon as somebody likes how something sounds, now you got a new problem. Now you got to build them.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, go
I didn't
ahead.
mean to.
Go ahead.
Since you mentioned wiring,
Yeah,
another thing I did when I built these speakers,
Yeah.
I didn't have megabucks to get really high quality wiring.
Yeah.
So I did research on, what's affordable,
yeah,
so-called quote, audiophile quality wire.
yeah.
And what I came up with is this Doolin, is that how you say it?
Doolin, yeah, yeah.
Doolin coherent audio.
Yeah,
I went with their tinned copper. It's a recreation of the Westinghouse wire
yeah,
that they used back in the 50s and stuff.
yeah,
And it's supposed to be really good wire,
yeah.
vintage wire, great sounding wire, and that's what I went when I wired these.
Okay.
They're wired from the power amplifier all the way up to the
Oh,
drivers
okay, so they.
with
Okay,
this
so
Doolin
okay.
coherent audio,
Okay,
12 gauge wire. So if Doolin
yeah. Are they going to help?
has access to this video,
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll make sure.
I-
Make sure.
I support their product, and it was at affordable cost
Okay, okay,
for me to
okay. Makes sense.
yeah, I couldn't afford,
Yeah.
it took enough money out of my own pocket
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
these speakers.
yeah,
So for the money, I think that was a good choice.
Yeah.
But like I said, my dream now is to, move everything forward and
Yeah.
get this company up and rolling
Yeah.
and actually put these prototypes into production.
Yeah.
There's some minor tweaks, a few minor tweaks that I would do. I have in mind
Yeah.
to make the production model.
Yeah.
Another thing I did with these speakers,
Yeah.
these 4 prototypes,
Yeah.
I used 2 different tweeters and 2 different woofers to build the 4 prototypes.
Okay.
And that took a lot of extra time
Of course.
to
You got to voice them.
modify the baffle and
Mhm.
the mounting flanges and everything because they were different.
Yeah.
But I think I've made my selection on when they go into production, which drivers I'm only going to use one tweeter and one woofer. I'm not going to mix and match them like I did to build these prototypes. So.
Yeah.
So my final words is I want to really thank you, Joe, for
Don't worry about it, brother.
you know what you've done.
Don't worry about it,
for
brother.
me, you, and all the guys at Black Ice Audio.
Yeah.
Get a little choked
You're
up.
you're more than
But
welcome.
you know, I
You're
really,
more
I
than
really
welcome.
thank you for everything, and you know, I appreciate everything, and I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
And this is like a dream for me, man.
I know,
so
brother. I know, brother. It's
I
hey,
get a little emotional.
and your son's here with you,
Thanks, buddy.
and we'll get him in the video too when he comes back.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
We're gonna make this happen, man.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Oh, you too, man. You
All
do
right.
too. Hey guys, how's it going? We're at Exponent. Fuck me. See, I told you I screwed it up. The more I screw it up, the more comfortable people seem to get. Because
Really?
when they see me fuck up, they say, okay, if he's, you know,
It's not a-
stop for a second.
Yeah,
Let
go
me
ahead.
make sure that the camera's rolling.
Okay.
Did I hit the button? Oh yeah, we're rolling. I'm gonna chop it out. I've done that before. I've rolled video and I
Right.
thought it was on, and I fucking 20 minutes later I realized, oh shit.
Okay.
And I had to redo it. Sorry, brother. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
my
I
carpentry's.
said a curse word. I'm sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me? I told you to leave. We're leaving the curse words in. Why are
Oh,
you?
leaving them in.
Hell yeah.
don't have to bleep
On
it?
my fucking channel.
Oh, I'm cool.
All.
Thank you.